Let's do an experiment. Right now, stop scrolling. Don't touch your phone. Don't think about dinner. Don't even blink too hard. Just do nothing. Feels weird, right? Like your brain is screaming, "Quick, open TikTok before the silence kills us." Congratulations! You've just experienced the hardest human activity in the 21st century, doing absolutely nothing. Let's start with a confession. I have absolutely mastered the art of doing everything except the thing I'm supposed to do. Like today, I told myself I'd finally start that project. So I cleaned my desk, organized my bookmarks, Googled how to stay motivated, watched 3 productivity videos, and somehow ended up learning the mating habits of penguins. 2 hours later, still no project. But hey, my browser tabs look fantastic, and that, my friend, is modern progress. We've convinced ourselves that being busy means we're doing something important, when in reality, we're just running on a treadmill made of Wi-Fi and anxiety. Here's a weird truth from neuroscience. Your brain needs moments of nothing. That's when it files memories, resets attention, and randomly invents good ideas. Like, what if coffee was soup? But the moment you stop, your mind panics. Quick, check notifications before enlightenment sets in. We live in a time when silence feels illegal. If you're not multitasking, the world calls you lazy. But maybe doing nothing isn't laziness. Maybe it's the part of the process we accidentally threw away. So before we get all deep and philosophical, try this with me. For 5 seconds. Don't move, don't scroll, don't fix anything. Feels strange, right? That discomfort you just felt? That's the sound of your brain begging for a break. Welcome to the science of doing nothing. Here's the thing. Nobody decides to be unproductive. It just happens. You open your laptop to get something done, and suddenly you're deep in a YouTube rabbit hole watching top 10 chairs that look suspiciously evil. You didn't plan that. You were summoned. We live in a world designed to reward activity, not progress. You scroll, click, refresh. Each time your brain gets a micro hit of dopamine, like a lab rat pressing the maybe tomorrow button. And the irony? Even when you finally rest, you still can't rest. You open Netflix to relax, then spend 40 minutes scrolling for the perfect show to relax to. Congratulations. You've just made rest another full-time job. But here's what science says. Doing nothing, real, honest, quiet nothing, activates the default mode network in your brain. That's the part responsible for creativity, memory, and problem solving. It's basically the shower thought setting. You know when you suddenly remember an embarrassing text from 2015 while brushing your teeth? Yeah, that's your brain decluttering. It needs downtime to sort the mental trash. But modern life? It's allergic to downtime. Even boredom got rebranded as mindfulness productivity breaks. Like, can we not turn nothing into a task too? So maybe doing nothing isn't wasting time. Maybe it's giving time a chance to breathe. Because sometimes you find your best ideas not by chasing them, but by accidentally spacing out in the shower, wondering if pigeons ever get lost. You'd think doing nothing is easy. No deadlines, no responsibilities, just peace. But your brain hates peace. It thinks peace means danger. Thousands of years ago, silence meant predators. Today, silence just means no Wi-Fi. When you finally stop moving, your brain starts scrolling inward. All those thoughts you've been avoiding start loading like pop-up ads. Remember that embarrassing text from 2015? What if you're wasting your life? Should you start a podcast? That's why we fill every empty second with noise. Scrolling, music, notifications, anything to drown out the inner chaos. We mistake stillness for boredom, but it's actually the moment our mind updates itself. Doing nothing is not laziness. It's mental maintenance. It's like rebooting your brain after too many open tabs. The irony? The more you resist stillness, the more burned out you get. Then you wonder why you're exhausted from doing everything, yet still feel like you've achieved nothing. Maybe nothing is exactly what you need. Because in that silence, your brain starts cleaning house. It files memories, connects ideas, even invents weird solutions. That's where creativity hides, between boredom and stillness. So the next time someone says, "You're just being lazy," tell them, "No, I'm scientifically regenerating." Because sometimes, doing nothing is the smartest thing you can do. Let's be honest, most of us can't do nothing even if it's on the calendar. We literally schedule rest like a meeting, 3 p.m., be spontaneous. Or we say, "I'm not lazy, I'm just recharging." Then we spend 3 hours recharging. On TikTok, we buy expensive planners just to plan when to relax. We install meditation apps and stress out when the streak resets. It's hilarious. We've turned relaxation into another task to perform correctly. And when we finally do nothing, we feel guilty. Like the universe is keeping score. Oh, you didn't hustle today? -50 life points. But here's the twist. Productivity culture sold us a scam. It told us that doing more equals being more. That resting means falling behind. Newsflash: you can't fall behind in a race that nobody asked you to run. Doing nothing isn't rebellion. It's recovery. You're not lazy, you're buffering. So next time someone asks, "What are you doing?" say, "Upgrading my existence to version 2.0, and then go take that nap like a philosopher." You know what's funny? The universe doesn't actually care if you're productive today. The sun will still rise, the grass will still grow, even your unpaid subscriptions will still renew. Sometimes doing nothing isn't wasting time. It's giving time a chance to breathe. Because life isn't a checklist. It's more like a loading screen that never quite hits 100%. You'll always feel like you could be doing more. But maybe that's the point. Maybe we were never supposed to finish everything. Maybe the goal isn't progress, it's presence. Think about it. Every time you stop, the world gets a little quieter. Your thoughts rearrange themselves. The noise fades. And for a moment, you remember you're alive. That's not laziness, that's awareness. The kind that only shows up when you stop chasing things. So next time someone tells you, "Don't just sit there, do something," look them dead in the eye and say, "Don't just do something, sit there," because maybe the smartest thing you can do is absolutely nothing. See you in the next episode, if we ever feel like getting up.